Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for upNXT, postwrestling.com, youtube.com, live every Wednesday night after NXT. Shout out YouTube. Also, shout out the Hot Mic app. Download it. It's free. We're live on that app. You can watch it with us after NXT every Wednesday. We're on our YouTube. So shout out those people. You can find us on Spotify.
Yes, you can.
Where do you? You're an Android.
I'm an Android.
Your phone looks like it's going to explode at any second.
It is. I'm going to get a new deal soon.
Just get an iPhone so we can group chat with you on the way.
iPhones are not like as good as
I get your
Samsung.
messages like the next day though.
That's because I've got a data-only plan. So I'm using like a weird texting app because I'm cheap.
Because you're an outsider.
But that's
in my
got
country.
nothing to do with.
Well,
that's not got nothing to do with Android.
I'm sorry, I offended all these Android people. I'm not saying Androids are bad, but there's definitely something wrong with your phone.
Oh yeah, that's because I drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can find us on Android apps like Google Play, Stitcher. Let us know where you find
Podcast Addict,
us.
all of them.
Let us know where you find us. Thank you.
From the Post Wrestling website itself, postwrestling.com.
Of course, yes.
You can find all our shows.
And of course, patreon.com/upnext. Oh, baby. It's a week of NXT. We're your NXT friends. Friends. And that's what we choose to watch here on Wednesday nights. So we watched NXT, and we were kind of upset with last week's episode. So I'd
say the last few weeks.
Yeah.
We've been down. We've been your NXT friends, and from when AEW started, we're like, yeah, we like it, but NXT's the hotter show. In the last couple of weeks, we've been a bit. We kind of enjoy AEW a little bit more. We're going to be honest.
Yeah.
So they needed to win us back this week, and
they did. They did a good job.
But we'll get into that.
Well,
whether they did or not.
Speaking of friends,
yeah.
You have a friend.
I do?
Yeah. She's a friend, and she'll only ever be a friend. And her name is Kairi Sane.
Oh, my.
I don't know if you've heard the news.
Well,
sorry.
We've been keeping her on the DL
Ouch.
Because long-distance relationships are hard, you know?
Yeah,
but,
right. So the cat's out the bag.
I'm proud to announce.
Right.
No, good for Kairi.
Right.
I'm pleased for her.
Sorry.
I'm happy for her.
I know that was a push question on the upNXT Twitter account at upNXT Podcast. So many people were flooding the inbox being like, Davie, is he okay?
Is he okay?
You know how many DMs I got? Regardless of this topic. But you know how many DMs I got of people being like, yo, is your boy okay?
Yeah.
Is he all right?
I have my own Sky Pirate. I'm fine.
Right.
Yeah.
We have the Kairi cutout that our friend Scrump sent us here to the BDE, the Braden Davie Estate. And you were looking for a wedding veil.
I tried to find a wedding veil.
You literally were trying to find one.
The extent of my search was Dollarama.
Right.
Come on, we're not going overboard here. She's saving the expensive one for the real wedding.
I'm still waiting for my Io Shirai cutout.
Yeah.
The heel Io.
Yes.
Cutout. So, but beyond the Kairi Sane getting married or engaged or whatever, congratulations, obviously. But how are you doing? What's going on?
I am pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty good today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah. I had a really productive day yesterday.
Wow.
It was one of my rare days off. And unfortunately, the problem is, quite often on my days off, they're actually recording days.
Yes,
like, I might not be working at work, but I'm either watching stuff to record or...
We work hard, yeah.
Yeah, and yesterday boring talk, we're going to see an accountant on Saturday because we've set up this Patreon thing.
Yeah.
And now we're like, fuck, we have a business and like
now,
taxes and shit. And so yesterday I was trying to get all my receipts and things in order. And those of you, I'm pretty sure 99.9% of you listen to John and Way's show.
Yeah.
And Way has been having this ongoing battle with Rogers.
Of course.
Now, I've been having this ongoing battle with Fido, which has been going on for 3 years. Over 3 years.
Is that why our internet is bad?
No. Our internet's fine. Okay. When it's on, it's fine.
Right.
But I've had this issue where I can't get into my online account. And they do paperless bills, so I can't even see my bill. I can't see the breakdown. And every time I phone up, and I'm on the phone for about an hour, and they go, have you tried resetting your password? I'm like, yeah, believe it or not.
Wow.
And then it says account suspended. So they delete my email, like set me up again, like, all right, register again, still says account suspended. This goes on for about an hour, and they go, I don't know what to do. Yesterday, I'm trying again because I need to print off these bills for our internet to show our accountant on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I need them.
This is exciting.
And I chat to this. It is. I'm excited. I feel like an adult. Don't you?
Oh God. You're 30 and it's showing.
Oh yeah. So I finally get through to someone who after an hour, she's like, "Oh, so have you contacted the fraud department yet?"
Fraud?
I'm like, fraud? What? It's like, well, yeah, you've got a block on your account because of suspicious activity. And I was like, I have had about 10 of these conversations lasting an hour each time. No one has ever fucking mentioned this to me. And eventually went onto the fraud department. I'm finally in, finally printed everything off. We've got all our receipts. We're not paying any taxes because we don't earn enough, and we're expenses, baby.
Yeah. We're learning.
But yeah, so I put out a tweet, was like, I spent 2.5 hours this morning chatting to the CRA, chatting to Fido.
Yeah.
And I didn't tag or hashtag Fido. They vanity searched themselves because I get a reply from Loney from Fido.
Loney?
Loney.
That sounds like Oni.
Sounds like Oni.
Throw him up.
Throw him up, exactly. And she goes...
Oh, it's Loney. Lonnie?
She goes, "That's us. I hope we were able to help. If you have any unresolved concerns, please send us a DM. You can sip your warm coffee whilst chatting with us." Ooh. Smiley face emoji.
I think it's Lonnie.
Coffee mug emoji. Loney.
She put a smiley face emoji.
She put
too?
a smiley face emoji on
bitch.
it. So I put, only took 3 years to resolve the problem.
Wow.
I have called about this countless times. Thankfully, assistant today was fantastic, and after over an hour, was able to resolve. But 3 years and multiple calls isn't the best kind of service, is it?
Oh boy, look at you fighting on Twitter all the time. First, you fight with Shirley from Community.
Oh, she's a dick.
About plastic straws or something.
Yeah.
And then now you're arguing with Fido, the internet company, phone company.
It must be a Dave thing.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got that sorted today.
Right, okay.
So we're good.
Wow.
Yesterday was productive. I feel good about myself. Cleaned the kitchen as well.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in a worker mood yesterday.
All right. We'll celebrate.
Yeah.
This week. We're going to celebrate.
i.e. we're going to trash the kitchen, aren't we?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you?
Roommate life. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I've been working a lot. I've mentioned I work at like a TV station / thing, and I watch a lot of movies. And I realized there's a movie I never knew existed until this week, and therefore watched it at work. It's from 1994, Street Fighter.
Oh.
And I tweeted about this as well at the Brady, and I got so many responses. People were like, "How have you never seen this?" So I watched this movie, and it's everything. It's definitely a review down the line.
Okay.
It's Jean-Claude Van Damme, which now I want to go watch all of his movies back because I've seen like Bloodsport and stuff.
Did you ever think him and Rob were related? Because I definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Oh, they both did the Van Damme lift.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, and they're Rob. I don't know.
And
who's better promo.
they both kind of got shit hair, but it works for them, you know.
Both can't speak English properly.
Both probably have hot wives.
Both do a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
I read that on set that Jean-Claude Van Damme spent $20 grand on coke while filming Street Fighter, and also had an affair with Kylie Minogue allegedly.
What?
In this movie. And that was just a Tuesday. Yeah. So I recommend everyone go watching this strange movie. But then I went to a wrestling show this week.
Oh yeah.
On Sunday. I was hanging out during the day with some friends, and then they had to go to work like on the Sunday evening. So I was near where you work downtown at a bar. So I showed up to your work, and it was kind of bumping actually. There were some people, but I hung out with you. You what shots did you feed me? You were like telling me what shots there were.
Well, we've got a whole Mardi Gras thing going on at work at the moment,
right.
And I wasn't going to have my free drinks.
Ooh, I didn't get any beads though.
So I didn't want to see your tits. I've seen them enough. So
I don't need any soy though. I'm good. I'm a big dude, but I'm really happy I don't have that situation going on. I got a good big chest.
So so you had some Havana Club because you were like, "Oh, I'll have a rum and coke," and he's like, I
felt spoiled.
I can give you Havana if you
Yo,
want
I'm a big fan of Havana Club. Very big fan.
And then you wanted
coke.
some shots, and basically we have something called a Berg system, which measures and tracks everything. So every bottle has like these magnet things on it. Tracks. And you click it in, and it will count.
So you can't give out free alcohol all the time.
It's hard. It's hard. You've got to play the system. But we have a few bottles that are in the fridge that liquor that's been kept chilled, and it's not burged, which would include Goldschlager, Fireball, Jaeger,
that's what you
Sambuca. So I was like, Sambuca. So I fed you some liquid cocaine.
Yeah, it's like a Valentine's heart.
Yeah,
tastes like a cinnamon heart. But
yeah,
then
Goldschlager with Jaeger.
So then, like, I was chilling because I had been chilling like all day. I went to Sneaky D's for brunch, got some Tex-Mex there, and then was like hanging out. Literally, I was so exhausted. But then I came to you, and I like had a second wind, drank at your bar, and then I wandered over to Smash Wrestling in Toronto here. I went over to the Rec Room, which is like an arcade thing. We've been before.
Yeah.
And they had a show on, so I just did a walk-in, bought a ticket, $20. Sure, cool venue. The ref that was scheduled to be there was the ref that was on Monday Night Raw this week. So this other ref had to do the whole show by himself. Fuck. And he was like kind of new.
Right.
So shout out that guy. I don't know who he was, but like the show itself was a lot of fun. Your favorite, John Greed, local.
I messaged him.
Yeah,
he's great.
And then, but he was great. But my match of the night was Tarek versus Speedball Mike Bailey, which was kind of the reason I wanted to go to this. And
Tarek's like a Smash, like
local Toronto guy, right? Yeah. I had a lot of fun. That match was like I was like, nice. Oh yeah, I got my money out of that. It felt really Sweet. It was good.
And good crowd as well.
I'd say so. Yeah, a lot of regulars, some friends, some people that I know you know as well. So it was interesting to see some like live wrestling, but it's interesting because the Indies Smash was like hotter than it before.
When it was at Phoenix,
because you would have like Matt Riddle coming in,
true,
Mia Yim coming in. You'd have all these names, Joey Janela coming in.
Yeah.
Whereas now Indies have like the smaller names now.
It's difficult. I think.
Yeah.
I think for like an indie to thrive, you've got to have a few names that are attractions.
Devlin's coming soon with British Strong Style to Destiny.
Right.
In Toronto.
Okay.
But they're kind of.
But they always do names, don't they?
Yeah. It's WWE
I feel you
related.
only need a couple to kind of get people in the door, and then your local talent are the ones that keep people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
It's like, I want to go because Matt Riddle is just down the road at the Phoenix.
Yeah.
So you go, and then you're like, that Tarek guy is sick.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
So,
that's how I felt.
But they've kind of fell
night.
off with that a bit, haven't they? Like the imports and stuff.
But I love Speedball Mike Bailey. I bumped into him once in Japan.
How was
Didn't even know it was him. I said, "Wow, it's Joey Ryan," and he's like, "Yeah, cool, but no love for Speedball." And his lovely lady friend Veda Scott was there too. Big fan. Veda Scott. Yeah. Big fan. So I went to some wrestling, which I was like, we haven't been to some wrestling in a little while. We went to some indie wrestling. I want to go to that Lucha Mania thing that's happening.
That's soon, and there's Greek Town coming.
Yeah,
soon
so I think we're gonna have a date night. We're inviting Post Wrestling out.
Yes.
I think we need to take John Way out on Thursday night to some wrestling at Lee's Palace.
Yeah.
In Toronto here. So that's kind of the local talk then.
Nice.
I guess that's it. Yeah, I'm doing good. So we're drinking some wine on our Wednesday nights.
We are. Do you know what today is?
What's today?
Today is International Pink Shirt Day.
Oh yes,
which is
celebrating.
celebrating.
Our pink shirts.
I was wearing my pink hoodie.
I have a Bret Hart shirt somewhere.
Oh.
I have like 2.
So it's celebrated annually around the globe, and I learnt this. I was at work, and I have these regulars. They work for the city. We name them Warthog and Friend. Most miserable, boring, rude. No, they're
evil.
fun.
Heel Tommaso.
Heel, not even heel, because heels are entertaining.
Right.
Just fucking boring.
Right. Okay.
City people come in. They do the wing special every week. I know their order. They never change it. They'll always ask for a menu and order the same fucking thing. But they came in with a woman from their work today, and I hear one of them look at the news. CP24 goes, "Oh, it's International Pink Shirt Day for anti-bullying. Why would you wear a pink shirt? You're gonna get bullied if you wear a pink shirt. Seems like a bit of a stupid thing to do." I'm like letting him, just let it all out.
Right.
And then it's like, no one's even wearing a fucking pink shirt. He's like, are you wearing a pink shirt? I was like, it's no good telling me on the day it's International Pink Shirt Day.
Right.
Tell me yesterday, and I'd want a pink shirt. And I hear them going on, and then as I'm walking back to the bar, the woman goes, "Well, do you know why this is?" It's like there was a year 10 student who moved to a school and was wearing
a pink shirt,
and
he
was gay and got bullied, and these 2 students stood up for him, and they're like, "Well, yeah, exactly. You got bullied because you were wearing a pink shirt." And then I realised, I looked and was like, "Oh, I wore my pink hoodie today." So I went, "Oh, actually, it's not a shirt, but does a pink hoodie count? And the woman was like, yeah, fuck yeah,
There you
pink
go.
hoodie counts. And then the other guy goes, was it a white hoodie and you put it in wash with the red? It's like, look, guys, if you're so like concerned about your masculinity due to the color of a shirt you're wearing, you've got more serious questions you need to answer about yourself, guys.
Definitely.
And the woman was like, woo! Yeah. Like, I can't believe
Davie
there
promo.
are people still like that in like 2020.
Yeah.
In Toronto as well. Like,
Yeah. That's so wild.
fucking warthog. And I know he's not listening because he's boring and only cool people listen to this show.
Yes, that is. I mean, you're cutting a promo on him essentially.
I essentially did.
You
I was
put
proud
the
of
pink-
myself. I like said it was like, yeah, turned around and was like, come
And the
on.
crowd was the bar.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good.
All 4 people there.
Wow, it was lit.
It was just
lit.
after lunch.
It was lit, and I imagine like an emotional song playing in the background. It was probably downstate. Let's talk about this week's NXT. That's right, NXT. Well, actually, Will, we didn't mention that we've been watching a lot of NXT.
We
lately,
have indeed.
including some old NXT,
Yes.
because we've been doing the show on our Patreon called Was Next,
We have indeed.
which I feel like I've watched a lot of old NXT lately.
We've watched a lot of old NXT recently. Yeah, so we do. We have our Patreon, patreon.com
Yeah.
/upNXT. For $2.05, you can get a few shows. We got a few shows up there from our archives that you can check us out, give us a little thank you, and sample us essentially. Our main tier is for $5 a month, and it's our North American Championship tier, and you get 3 bonus shows a week. We do an AEW review show a week every Thursday, and we alternate between Was Next, which is the show you mentioned where we talk about old NXT.
Yeah, Seth Rollins is champion right now.
Seth
and
Rollins
Big E
is-
just did the 5 count.
The 5 count.
And Trent Beretta's there.
Where's Trent?
Where's Trent? Well, he's in NXT.
And we do a show called Best Match Ever as well, where we take a theme, whether it be a wrestler, a trilogy of matches, and we discuss and debate and work out what is the best match ever. And we do a load of movie reviews on there as well. So we've just announced our March schedule because it's coming up to the end of the month. Patreon charges when you sign up till the end of the month. So March 1st is a fantastic time for you to jump on. And with it being WrestleMania season, it's the month before WrestleMania, we're doing a WrestleMania heavy month. So for Best Match Ever, we're going to be doing a show looking at the best openers, curtain jerkers, if you will, to WrestleMania.
Curtain jerkers of Mania.
And we're also going to look at the best show closers of
Main
WrestleMania.
events.
If you liked our Survivor Series game, our Royal Rumble game we did with John and Way, we're doing something in the same vein called The Greatest WrestleMania.
The greatest.
Where between us, we are going to try and create the greatest ever WrestleMania card.
Hey, remember when I was John Pollock's Ask a Friend for a trivia question about
Wrestling?
who took Scotty Too Hottie out of the Royal Rumble?
Yep.
And I got the answer right for John.
Yes.
You can only hear that on
You
our
can
Patreon.
only hear that on the Patreon.
I'm
And
never letting that go.
we'll also be doing a WrestleMania roundtable, talking about our favourite moments, previewing. This will be right before WrestleMania actually happens. And we'll do our usual movie reviews. We'll be having our next Bond review in Skyfall. We've got The Matrix coming up, chosen by one of our world champion patrons.
On Up Yours.
So all of that you can see on our Twitter. I think it's probably our biggest month ever on the Patreon.
So many shows.
And with it being such an exciting month leading up to Mania, I think it's the best time to join. So on Sunday, $5, you can sign up. But also tomorrow, it's Super Showdown. And for free, if you want, you can join us and watch along the entire show live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/upNXT. This goes out to everyone, not just our patrons.
Yeah.
So you can watch the show with us, and then you can hop over and join John and Way live, who are also going to be doing a live post show.
Yes,
so go ahead and watch their post show.
Excellent. That's
so
great.
Lots of stuff coming
We're
up.
doing so much stuff. And there's one show that we are putting out this week. So it's before March.
Yes.
And You Think You Know Me. On this day, we're doing Best Match Ever of Edge. And I'm very excited because he's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So because of his return and Mania season with him, we've decided to find all the best Edge matches, watch them, and we're going to dissect them and find out which one is the best. And that's this week on the Patreon as well. So
I'm very excited about that show.
$5 a month gets you all these shows. So sign up, and it helps us do what we love to do. So support us. And fuck it, we're in the mood for plug-in. It's been a while. ProWrestlingTees.com/upNXT.
Oh, yeah.
Get a shirt.
Again, it's WrestleMania season. Any of you going to Tampa, we'd love to see some upNXT shirts out there.
Yeah, and any like designers who want to design stuff for us.
Yeah.
We needed some new stuff. So all that is all the stuff where you can do. I feel like we've been plugging, and I'm sorry. The NXT review is coming right now. Let's talk about some NXT.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about the February 26th, 2020 episode of NXT live from Full Sail. Ooh, do you feel it? The Queen is here.
Oh,
let's do the Queen wave here. I know you love royalty. So Charlotte Flair is back where it all began. The Queen is here. The BFF.
Regal was there to greet her as she got out her car. She's
royalty.
ready. She's back at uni.
It's royalty.
To get ready to wrestle.
She's back. Yeah, it's like going back to school. Yeah.
Essentially, she's gone back
she's
to
like
uni.
Hall of Fame. Yeah. She's back in where it all began.
Yes.
Right? But NXT is also now, and Cameron Grimes is starting off the show with Dominic Dijakovic. Now, this is sort of a pseudo #1 contenders for the North American Championship, because Dominic Dijakovic wants to fight forever. And if you didn't know that, they told you like 7 million times.
It got to the point on this episode where we were talking last week, are they going to do an Iron Man match? Are they going to do a 2 out of 3 falls? I feel we're going to have the first Fight Forever match, because we know what WWE like verbiage is.
What?
And if you say something 19 times in a 10-minute segment, it's for a reason. So whatever a Fight Forever match is going to be, I think we're going to see it.
Wow. What would a Fight Forever match be?
I think it's going to essentially be an Iron Man match.
A day-long match like Cassius Ohno did.
A show-long match.
Cassius Ohno holds the record. He did something for charity a few years back.
Yes.
I believe. So that's got to count for something. Jeez, wild.
Maybe it will be like a
Fight Forever match.
Maybe an Access match. They'll just
be wrestling the whole
They'll
Access.
just wrestle the whole Access.
Falls count anywhere, and then they just go home and sleep.
They have like a little bit, and then they come back the next day.
Sounds wild. That could be it. That could be lit. No, I'm not down for that at all.
And then they go to Takeover, and it's like 1918 with like a half-hour time limit.
I'd say like a 2 out of 3 falls, or like 7. What's the next thing after?
What, a series? Like a best of 7?
Best of 7.
Just the way
like
they were
Booker
hitting the words "Fight Forever" this week, it felt like it's some sort of gimmick that they're gonna create for these two.
So we might see them fight forever. We might not. So Dominic Dijakovic, Cameron Grimes, they're both in contention, and they both made it clear that they want the North American title. They want a shot at Keith Lee. This match starts. Dijakovic keeps catching Grimes in every hold that he keeps going for, and he's like, "Yo, I'm bigger than you, fam. Like, get out of here." He keeps like out lifting him, just getting out of every escape. But then Grimes has had enough and just hits him with an old-fashioned drop kick, which always works. Then Grimes starts hitting like knees to the midsection. Dijakovic hits a backbreaker. There's that weird like standing splash thing he does. Like, it would hurt, but it just looks weird.
The Dijakovic, where he goes off the springboards off the second rope and twists and just
he looks like
slaps.
a fish.
Yeah,
looks like a fish doing it. It's weird. Then there's a PK off the apron from Cameron Grimes. They're then duking it out, going for like strikes with forearms. Looked really cool. But then there's wrist control from Dijakovic. I noticed the wrist control always works. Then hits a spinning elbow. Then his suplex toss.
That spinning elbow looked awesome.
The Judas effect.
He spun into it, smacked him, but then like looped his arm and held right in for the suplex. It looked great.
It looked really cool. There's roundhouse kicks and super kicks. There's a German suplex from Cameron Grimes. Dijakovic hits his moonsault to the outside, which he does. And again, this is a big boy. He is a tall MFer, and he hits this moonsault on Cameron Grimes, and he's selling the leg. And Grimes gets in the ring, and the referee is distracted looking at Grimes. And out of nowhere, here comes Damian Priest, dressed like a vampire, with a nightstick, swings it at the leg of Dijakovic, who's then on the outside. The ref starts counting, doesn't see Priest, who escaped. He gets to 8. He gets to 9. And at 9.999, like Purell, 9.99%. Not 100, but just right before Dijakovic gets in. But as he does, he walks into the cave-in, and Cameron Grimes pins Dominik Dijakovic in a kind of an upset kind of win here. But because of the interference, obviously, sets up for weeks of TV.
I really enjoyed this for an opener.
Yeah.
It wasn't a... These two, I really enjoyed both of their work, but it wasn't kind of a pairing I pictured really seeing.
Yeah.
I thought they had a really good match. There's something I really like about Dijakovic. His offense often isn't particularly pretty. Like it looks kind of awkward at times,
rugged.
But because of his size, it looks real. I really like him. And yeah, I liked that the nightstick wasn't necessarily the finish. It wasn't a DQ, or it wasn't like being smacked and then he kind of powered up, became the hero, ran in, but got hit with the cave-in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
And it sets up a rematch down the line to get the clean win back.
It sets up a few different matches.
So many different things.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they might go a multi-man match for TV down the line. There's so much time before Tampa that we need to fill TV as well. So, but then after the match, Cameron Grimes, of course, puts his hat back on. His famous, that damn hat. And Mauro Ranallo with quite a line. I didn't know he could do this. He says, and just like Joe Cocker would say, you can leave your hat on. And it looks like Cameron Grimes got a little bit of help from his friends. And I was like, dude, crazy. That's the sativa. Definitely it's the sativa that's making him come up with these crazy things. Love it, Mauro. So William Regal's backstage, and he says that there's a major announcement regarding the women's division because there is the NXT women's title match at WrestleMania with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. There's an opening at TakeOver Tampa, so we're gonna have some sort of like week-to-week kind of tournament, it seems, to crown two women who are then gonna have a number one contenders match at TakeOver Tampa, and that match will be a ladder match.
Did he say it was two women? I just thought thought he said a series of qualifying matches and the winners will go on to a ladder match.
There you go.
So I think this could be a multi-woman match.
Sure.
And we'll probably see like your Zile Eves, Kaden Carters, etc. losing to our like main women in NXT.
Sure. Okay. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
So if we're wondering about where that leaves the women's division at TakeOver Tampa, there's your answer, sort of.
I think this is the right move.
Yes.
We've been saying all year how fantastic the women's division are.
Right.
And I'd much rather have that than yet another tag ladder match. I think we haven't...
Fair.
We've seen some main roster women's ladder matches, but honestly, the women up there are nowhere near as talented
as long as Io Shirai is back.
Yeah.
That's it, baby. She's doing some moonsaults off some ladders. Hopefully she's back. I hope she's back because she's winning it.
I hope so. I don't know her status.
Yeah,
but
hope she's back. We go to Finn Balor. He is back. He's on a big high after beating Johnny NXT. He comes down to the ring looking fly in a black shirt, black jacket, black suit, black coat, black hat. He's a time bomb. He says, I'm not a moves guy. I'm not an internet guy. And someone says, we know. I'm not a sneaky politics with the boss guy. But when the bell rings, I am the guy. You see, it's WrestleMania season, and everyone is peaking. And I've been at my peak of this company for years. I've been the peak. So what's the next move for the Prince? You see, Riddle got it, Gargano got it, and he's interrupted by Walter's music, or Imperium's music, really, because out comes not Walter, but Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. Well, first, before I kind of get into... Well, I guess I'll just do the whole thing, because...
Well, no, let's talk about the promo first.
Yeah, because I liked Finn's thing. It was very simple, but his character here is more so maybe of a baby face now, but still doing the cool anti-hero kind of thing.
I think
the fourth wall breaker.
I think actually the Gargano turn allows us to cheer him now. He's still got the same attitude, but people are cheering him anyway. He's refreshed. It's Finn Balor. We saw him on the main roster. He's an NXT darling.
Yeah.
He's come back, but now he's got this edge. I think it worked. I love the whole Universal title, done it. IC title, done it. Yeah. NXT Championship, done it.
Japan,
done it. And like Full Sail were kind of chanting along with it as well. Yeah, I think
the Peak is the name of his clothing company.
Okay.
He has his own company,
right,
and it's called Peak. And he said the word peak twice.
Okay.
Just so he can get
a little plug.
Just so he can get it in.
But yeah, I think this is a good move to kind of start to transition him into a bit of a tweener role where he could float. He could do both. He can have some babyface feuds and some heel feuds.
Well, it might be a babyface because here come Fabian Eichner and Bartel. They say, look, there's something you haven't done. Walter sends his regards, and it's as if they're going to kind of beat him up, but Finn beats them to the chase, flies out to the outside from the ring to the outside, attacks him, hits a sling blade, but when he goes to hit the John Woo drop kick on Eichner, Bartel out of nowhere hits this flying uppercut, which just knocks him flying, knocks him silly. They start to beat him up, they throw him into the steps, and they do their weird pose standing up before him here, getting booed. So obviously Finn gets the babyface like kind of rub here, but I really like this Finn thing, but when Walter's music hit I know it's not just his music, they use it too, but he's not there. I was like,
No, I think that's right. You want to build up anticipation, so when you finally have that stare down
he's coming over to the US again.
Yeah, when you finally have that stare down between Balor and Walter, it means more.
Is it safe to say it's Finn Balor Walter at WrestleMania?
I think so, and then a rematch in Dublin.
Yeah. Cool, let's do that. That makes total sense.
I'm so much more on board with that than Balor Cole.
Well, don't hold your horses, but it looks to go that way, and I'm for that. I'm for this way more than that. Yeah, give it to Finn Balor, and then do the rematch in Dublin.
Yeah,
perfect, beautiful. I like this, but I was kind of like, you should have had the shock factor of him like being like, fuck you, and chop the shit out of him.
But that's good, because you're going, I want to see that. I want to see that.
It's fair.
And as you said, we've got like 5 weeks to go. We've got a lot of TV.
There's a long time. Yeah. It's true. And he can go over there and do stuff as well.
Absolutely.
So there's a video here now for Austin Theory. He'll be fighting later tonight. There's then some insert video here for something new, something that we haven't seen. And it's like this like footage of scary shit to basically describe that, like vultures, demolitions, like war stuff, scary trees, like very scary, altered, the Grudge like.
There was like a kind of stopwatch clock.
Yes,
wasn't
there was a stopwatch in the other one. There was 2 tonight. I'll just mention the other one. The other one came later in the show, but it was like pretty much the same thing, but I swear it had some sort of number paused in between. So someone go find the pause thing and at upNXT podcast. Because I was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
I'm not feeling like a sleuth tonight.
Not tonight. Because it could be Killer Cross. Who do you think it is?
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense.
He's
but there are other vignettes going on the main roster which people are saying could be Killer Cross.
No, I thought that was the hacker from NXT.
Solomon Crow.
Solomon Crow.
I think he's busy right now.
Yeah. Maybe.
But yeah, I like any sort of anticipation and build up in vignettes. I'm down for. I love a bit of guessing.
I think it could be Killer Cross.
I think that makes most sense.
He's a horror movie dude, and it was all scary movie kind of. I liked it. It looked really cool. It got my attention.
Yeah.
We were mid-sentence.
I like as well. They did it after the commercial break, so you weren't sure at first if this was even NXT. It was just another commercial, and then no, I think this is the show.
It looked like the Grudge video. Sorry, not the Grudge. The
Ring.
The Ring videotape. 7
yes,
days.
But more like sepia tone.
So you got cool. 7 weeks, and he shows up at Tampa. That's what it's gonna be.
Did they say 7?
No,
weeks?
but it's gonna be like how many weeks till Tampa? 5.
Yeah, something like that.
It's gonna be like that. 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And the Grudge.
And then it'll just be front row going, "Hi guys."
Did you see the new Grudge movie? It went and gone real quick.
Didn't even know that.
Hey, what about that new Saw one? Looks good.
Oh, we'll go and see that.
Candyman. Boom. Crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just on a little tangent there. So there's now a footage of Bianca Belair walking into Full Sail earlier today from the parking lot, which is dangerous. Be careful. It's the side parking lot. But
it's daylight though.
I've been there.
No, actually, people have been attacked in the day.
It's daylight, but it's still the Full Sail parking lot, so that doesn't stop it. You think just because it's daytime you're safe? No.
Never.
No.
Never in Florida.
Don't let you. Apologies to anyone in Florida, but not really though. So Bianca Belair says, "Look, Charlotte want to put her hands on me. She want to put her hands on me. She wants Bianca. I'm the biggest. I'm the strongest. I'm the smartest. I'm the best. And tonight, it's on sight."
Yeah, really like just quick, sharp promo.
On sight.
I think she's fantastic.
So every week if she cuts a promo, she uses a Kanye West lyric.
Oh,
she ends it.
They go over my head.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's on site.
Yeah. Okay.
On site.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been saying it for a few weeks. I'm like, and a Kanye lyric here, and a Kanye lyric here. I'm like, oh, yeah. Real recognizes real. You know. At least she's not quoting his new stuff though. Don't really like that.
She's not calling herself Jesus yet, or God, or whatever he does.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a women's match right now. Zile Eve versus Mia Yim, 1-on-1. So Yim is like more of the scrapper, and she's doing like all these like kind of brawling type moves on Zile Eve. Just keeps brawling her down, hits a haluva kick type move in the corner, goes for the cannonball in the corner, but Zile Eve gets out of the way, so Mia just crashes. Yim ducks this kick and hits like the soul food type move really early on kind of here. But Dakota Kai's music hits, and out she walks with
Raquel Gonzalez.
And they're the music's playing. She's got a microphone, and she says, hey Mia, and the match is still on. She says, remember when you stole my spot? I feel like right now is the perfect time to address that. She says, you stole my spot in War Games, so I took it back. And
Mia's going, it was never your spot. It was never your spot.
While the match is still happening, which leads to a distraction finish, Zile Eve rolls Mia Yim up for the 3 count and gets out of the ring. Boo.
I hate this.
It gives Zile Eve heat, unless you want to push her that way. But
it doesn't make me feel any sympathy for Mia Yim. You've just hit your finisher, and Zile Eve is a rookie. All you need is 3 seconds and you've won. Okay, music hits. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
Concentrate. Get the win. It just makes you look so stupid.
This is trying to... So then Raquel and Dakota come down to the ring and they beat the shit out of Mia Yim. They beat her up. Raquel used to wear the chaps, and I know she's got to be a Texas girl, so she hits the Texas tornado bomb here. It was like a one-handed kind of big power-up. She's big.
She is, yeah.
She hits some big clotheslines as well. She's impressive. Look what Evolve does to some of these people, right? Looks great. Very impressed with just some of these moves.
They attack Zile Eve as well.
Yeah, but that's where it's stupid. They should have just attacked both of them and double DQ, no finish.
Yeah,
like realistically.
I hate these.
Yeah, so stupid.
I hate a heel getting distracted. I don't mind so much because you're the big dumb idiot heel.
Yeah.
A baby face, I'm like, you're stupid. Music plays and you don't go for the pin. Like, finish the job.
I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it.
What?
That sounds so main roster.
It does. It does. It really is.
Right? Like,
yeah. And I've enjoyed this Dakota Kai character, and I don't think Raquel Gonzalez is a bad idea. Giving her a kind of a Diesel, a bodyguard.
It's Diesel.
Exactly. I like the idea. I like the idea, but also Mia Yim, I feel keeps on looking like an idiot.
It's just the weird booking there.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I'm interested to see more of Gonzalez. She's improved, it looks. We have a vignette, or a promo, really, backstage. The purple lights. It's like a mirror reflection of like a dressing room sort of thing, and it's the Velveteen Dream. He says, "Look, life isn't as bad as you think it is, Roderick Strong. That is until you find yourself with a broken back. You did that to the Dream. The Dream remembers the Dream beat you last week as well. You broke the Dream's back. I still want it all. So next week, Mr. Regal, Dream wants Roderick Strong to experience the steel cage." So, first says, "You broke my back." So I don't know if I have to spell it out, but I enjoy the wordplay there.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say. And then he says that there's a cage match when we already have a cage match next week.
Yeah. So in the space of a week, we're gonna have. Actually, no. Elimination Chamber's a bit after, but a lot of cages.
A lot of cages.
Yeah, I don't like having that 2 in 1 week.
Yeah, that's weird.
What
is this,
also,
Lockdown?
I didn't like their first match.
Lockdown. You ever watch that? The all cage pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
From TNA.
Yeah. No, I don't particularly like this. I didn't like their first match. I feel, though, with Balor being tied up with Volta now, this is setting up Dream to challenge Cole.
Maybe. If he's gonna be a good guy, jeez.
Yeah,
Stop being
but
a bad
I feel
guy.
they're the loose
being a
parts
heel.
now. Like, Adam Cole's got to defend the title, obviously. So
We'll see.
And Dream's the only person now feuding with Undisputed. So that's where they're going, I think.
Austin Theory. All day Austin
All day.
Theory. Why didn't they just call him Chaos Austin Theory? Because he's like the Chaos Theory.
Right.
Wouldn't it work? You ever seen Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's Austin Theory.
But he should be Chaos Austin Theory.
Okay, sure.
But instead he's All Day Austin Theory.
We'll write him a letter.
What does All Day mean?
Oh, as his moniker.
Yeah,
It just means he can go all day.
Yeah.
Like Mr. No Days
No
Off,
Days
Darren
Off.
Young.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. I like No Days Off better. That's more creative. All Day is late. It's easy.
All day.
All Day. That's also a Kanye song.
Yeah.
So All Day Austin Theory. This is weird. Should I just call him All Day? All Day Breakfast Austin Theory. That's what I think of this. Which a Sneaky D's All Day Breakfast. Fantastic. All Day Austin Theory. He comes down to the ring. He's having a match that is kind of stems from something that happened last week with Champa. So here comes Tommaso Ciampa versus Austin Theory one-on-one right now. And Theory is like mad from last week. Obviously, he got beat the fuck up. So he's aggressive and like it gets on the attack really early on, which is good. Shows like I don't want to say that ruthless aggression John Cena style, but like that got something there.
Well, I feel both of us were a little mad last week with the Champa attack on him.
Because we're big fans of him.
Because we like Austin Theory, and I feel this guy is just a star in the waiting.
Yeah.
He's 22.
23.
They said he was 22
Oh,
tonight. I mean,
wow.
maybe they were wrong, but and I feel like I've heard about this guy for like 4 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
In
Like,
Evolve, we've watched him.
I've been aware of this guy for a while. He looks great. He's a great promo, fantastic in the ring. Like he's going to be an NXT champion and beyond,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And I was kind of mad last week with Champa, your babyface.
You could have put anyone in that slot.
Anyone.
You could have put Kona, the finest.
Just put Kona Reeves, and like it's a joke. So I think Theory wrestled like he should have. He wrestled as in, no, I'm fucking mad.
Yeah.
But it's similar with the whole Dream Roddy thing. It just feels
all
a weird
backwards.
dynamic because I want to watch Austin Theory beat Ciampa's ass.
It's all
here.
backwards.
Yeah.
Everything's backwards. Austin Theory, Ciampa. Austin, like I said, just beats down on Tommaso. They go to break early on. They come back. Theory hits a standing moonsault. Ciampa hits this German suplex and then a knee to the temple. There's a rolling thunder from Austin Theory, who then, when he hits the roll and pops up for that, he eats a knee right to the face. Looks awesome, but he kicks out at 2. He then goes for it again, but hits the move he was intending to hit, which is a cool looking thing. I hate a Blockbuster, not the store.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I miss Blockbuster. But the move, like buff the stuff.
You hate Blockbuster?
It's just like,
It would hurt.
Would it?
You're leaping and you're grabbing the neck and flipping and slamming it to the mat. Yeah. It hurt more than an attitude adjustment.
Would it hurt more than a side Russian leg
No,
sweep?
God no. God no.
We should test it out. We should test out a Blockbuster.
The next tailgate we do, we'll put these to the test. We'll get a ring.
So he hits.
We'll talk to our tax man about insurance.
Yeah, health insurance. Oh wait, we're in Canada.
Oh yeah.
So the rolling Blockbuster.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking move.
It's
It makes
cool,
the
yeah.
move look cooler somehow. You know how people joke like, oh, if you do a flip, it hurts more.
Oh,
if
it
you do a
does.
flip
Momentum,
before.
baby.
Yeah, well, it actually makes the move look really cool. He then picks him up and hits a buckle bomb, but only a 2 count. But then he hits this move. It's kind of like the Kevin Owens. He crosses the leg. Kenny Omega as well. You cross the leg, then hit the move. Adam Cole does the Sushi Goroshi, which is the suplex into the Ushigoroshi drop. But Kenny and both Kevin Steen do the like you cross
Hook
the leg,
yeah,
and then you hit that like knee Ushigoroshi thing. And Mauro Ranallo calls it ataxia, which is
He was going, ataxia! He hit ataxia!
but that's not ataxia.
No.
Ataxia is his actual finish.
Yeah, I feel Mauro was maybe not so aware of Austin Theory's moveset and was told his finish is
gonna hit it.
ataxia.
Yeah.
And Ciampa's going to kick out of it, but you need to put over that this is his move.
So
Because, well, yeah.
Yeah, well, it wasn't ataxia. So Ciampa kicks out. They get up. They're battling it out. There's like forearms. There's elbows. All sorts of. There's then a super kick from Austin to the back of the head of Ciampa. Then he hits ataxia, which is like a flipping. I don't even know how to describe this thing.
I can't just
YouTube
it.
Yeah, YouTube Austin Theory finisher. It's like he flips the guy and hits him in a pump handle, flatliner almost.
Yeah.
Somehow you end up in a flatliner.
And Moro's like, he kind of, I don't know, he slammed him to the mat there.
Yep. Got him. But it was a 2.9. Ciampa kicked out last second. Great sell. Looked awesome. They continue to fight. They start fighting now on the outside, and Ciampa then hints at he's going to start throwing him into the barricades back and forth like he did last week. But it's blocked. They go back into the ring. He hits the Widow's Bell on Austin Theory, that draping DDT. Picks him up in the ring. Hooks the arms with the butterfly and hits the fairy tale ending, and Ciampa pins Theory here on NXT. Great match.
I thought this was really good, and this was way more 50-50 than I thought it was going to be, and helped Theory. I'm still not particularly a fan of last week's angle. I think you could have had this match with Theory losing, and I think he'd have got more out of it because he's the chump that got beaten last week.
I think he can move on from this, though.
He will.
This was good. I like this match.
Yeah, but he still lost. He got bullied and beaten last week.
Sure.
Put up a bit of a fight and still lost by the babyface. It's still weird and a bit backwards.
He could be a heel too. I don't know.
But the match itself this week was really good. And like as I said, I think Theory is a star in the waiting.
You're right. You're absolutely right. He's gonna. Be
I feel you could, in a few years, mold your own kind of new version of Undisputed with him leading that. I think he's got the charisma for it. I think the sky's the limit for this guy. And 22 or 23, whatever.
Insane.
Young.
Yeah, that's very young. But he loses to
loses.
Ciampa. And after the match, Tommaso Ciampa is attacked by Johnny Gargano in a blue suit.
Yeah.
He is attacked by Johnny Blue Suit. He is attacked by Johnny Skinny Jeans.
Yeah.
Who then takes off the blue suit, and it's Johnny, like...
Cutting glass.
Johnny Fonzarelli, or Johnny... who's the Danny something? John Travolta's character in
Danny
whatever.
Zuko?
Danny Zuko.
Yeah.
With the white...
I'm talking more about the nips.
The nips. Was it cold in Full Sail?
They must have had the AC cranked up because
he's been watching a lot of Friends lately. Reunion.
So
there's no friendly reunion here because he beats the shit out of his DIY friend, and as he does it in his black skinny jeans, Johnny Gargano has the DIY shirt dangling out of his pocket. He beats up Ciampa, super kicks him, hits another super kick, and then sits on the apron and like does the slow clap of like Ciampa's pose.
Yeah.
And just starts clapping and clapping and clapping.
This didn't feel too hot for me.
Yeah, I was a little iffy on this.
The crowd were also split. There was some still cheering for Johnny.
Yeah.
I think you could have waited, held off on this a bit more, built up a bit more anticipation until you saw Gargano.
I was a little like, oh, why is he? I'm a little shocked that it was so soon.
And also, I don't think just attacking Ciampa is the way to go.
He needs to attack his wife.
No,
kidnap his baby.
I don't feel he's that sort of heel. I think he should. That's a Randy Orton style heel. Right. I feel the Gargano heel is more. I feel he
should spoil a movie. That's what Gargano would do.
True, but no, he feels like the hero in this story still.
Yeah,
and he feels like he was. He's been waiting forever to have his moment to actually get his revenge because he never got that win back on Ciampa. He never got the gold off Ciampa. So just attacking him after a match doesn't feel like him. It feels like he wants to take stuff away from him.
What would he take? What can he do? What would you do?
Well,
you can't take his daughter. You can't take his wife. That's Dream's gimmick.
That's yeah. I just feel I think you're overbooking it.
Yeah, me too.
I think you 100%. You hold Gargano off TV until
the story writes
2 weeks before Tampa, and you set up the match. He comes. You set up the week before. Johnny Gargano is going to come and explain his actions. He cuts a promo, and goes, you took this from me, you took that. We were meant to have the match, and what did you do? You got injured. Well, now I'm robbing you from that NXT title because I should have been the one who's taking it from you. And at Tampa, I'm going to take your career. That's all you need. No physicality. We've seen them have 5 fucking matches already.
Because Gargano is hurt from him is what he's like, I want to hurt you. I get it. It's just so simple. There needs to be something a little bit different. Usually I'm fine with just a revenge, but it does need some sort of maybe not so much a twist, but some sort of meat to it. Like, it kind of writes itself.
It's too formulaic, and it's too, all right, Gargano is now a heel, so what are the tropes of a heel character?
Yeah.
Just run in and attack. And the story's got so much meat to this because it's a fucking 3-4-year-old story that's been growing.
He should have done the Randy Orton Edge thing and attack his neck, so then Ciampa's off TV for a little while, and then like anything.
It was cliche for me, and it didn't work.
It was.
And Full Sail seemed.
And these are our 2 favorites. These are our boys.
Oh, completely.
These are our 2 guys, and like I felt it was a little just like, oh, okay, paint by numbers, I guess.
Yeah.
We have Undisputed Era, who aren't painting, but they're in their truck. Remember the truck? Well, they're back in it.
The merch truck. They've always got their shit hanging up, haven't they?
Yeah. Roderick Strong on the microphone. So I'm very excited. He says, I need Dream to understand when they lock that door, I'm going to break him for good. He doesn't understand. I'm going to end the dream. Bobby Fish, Bobby Fish is bae. Bobby Fish is hitting that 50-plus demographic.
He's dyed his beard.
Just for men, Bobby Fish.
How do you feel about dyeing facial hair?
I don't know. All I know is Bobby Fish could fry some fish. I bet.
I don't think you should be dyeing your beard.
Nah.
We've already seen your grey. Like, I
like the grey.
I like the salt and pepper look.
Yeah, he's gonna have it back. He's gonna learn.
Guys, don't dye your beard. Just accept age.
I mean, I think he looks good with it, but he looks good either way.
Bobby Fish, you don't need that just for men.
Bobby Bay. Bobby Fish gets me. No, I don't want to go.
Bobby Fish, a bit of a dish.
Wow. Pause. So Bobby Fish is talking shit about Peter Dune, and he says, Matt Riddle, you suck. Kyle O'Reilly says, look, we are still at the top of this food chain. We are swimming in shallow waters. You know how many titles we've won. We are multiple-time champions. We are sharks circling, waiting. We are hangry, says Kyle O'Reilly. Adam Cole finishes it by saying, nobody is stopping us. Boys and girls, that's undisputed. So what I learned from this promo is that TakeOver Tampa, by the end of the night, it's Prophecy 2.0.
Oh,
God. Yeah, I mean, they don't have their titles, but they're saying they all want titles. They're saying Roddy's going to go for the North American again. They're going to go for the tag titles again. So that may all happen.
Yeah.
So, our next match, what we like to call Big Lads Wrestling.
Big Lads Wrestling!
I didn't know we had a thing for it, but we could just do that for literally anything. Like,
literally everything!
Yeah, it works. It's great. So... Big Lads Wrestling here. It's Bronson Reed, the resident thick boy.
Yeah.
Versus Killian Dane, the not so thick boy anymore.
He's trimmed down a lot.
It's medium lad wrestling now.
Yeah, he looked slim.
Wow.
He's on that Bray Wyatt diet.
Usually when you get married, you gain weight.
Yeah.
But he has done the opposite. Crazy. He looked different. He looked like a different person in some of these shots.
I agree.
Yeah. Bronson Reed has some cool gear, and it says like BBE on it, and I know here we are the BDE.
Yeah.
Because we are the Braden Davie experience.
In the Braden Davie estate.
In the Braden Davie estate. So obviously that's what we call ourselves, and he is Big Bronson Energy.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Whatever.
Not the BBC.
The British Broadcasting
Company. Exactly. Yeah. So Bronson Reed, Killian Dane, they are going back and forth. They're killing each other instantly in the match. There's like a single heel hook kick from Bronson Reed, sending Dane to the outside, and then Bronson Reed hits a suicide dive, which looks awesome. Because he's a big boy, he's a thick boy, but it looks cool. He does that awesome. But back in the ring, Killian Dane gets Reed tied up in the ropes, and then jumps off the top rope while he's like hanging in the ropes for like a guillotine leg drop, which was awesome. There's then a running double crossbody collision. The divide,
Yeah.
but like to each other. Like the divide, the running quick
Divide squared. I
divide
don't know.
2.
Yeah.
The new divide.
The
Across the new divide. You know that song?
Of course I do. It's Linkin
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah, I was just
Of
testing.
course I know it.
I was testing you.
Yeah, none of this Kanye shit.
The new divide. That's a niche Linkin Park song. That was from the Transformers 2 soundtrack.
Of course it was.
Wow, my brain only holds so much knowledge, but some of the shit in it, I swear to God. So the big Bronson Energy is fighting back after this malfunction in the junction. There's clubs from both of them, like literally they're swinging their arms, they're hitting elbows. There's a huge like German suplex from Bronson, and then he throws Dane sitting in the corner and hits like a running hip attack, kind of like Umaga. He then picks up Dane, but then Dane hits the Samoan drop on Bronson Reed, which I found that funny. He then goes for the Vader bomb, but it's a miss, which allows Bronson Reed to climb up top, and then jumping hits a diving DDT on Killian Dane, like jumping off the top rope, which was very impressive. Picks him up and hits not an attitude adjustment like you said, but a Death Valley driver. But Killian Dane kicks out at 2. I bit on that. And then there's like a superplex from Dane when they're fighting up top. And after the superplex, Dane gets up and then just hits 3 simultaneous running sentons to Reed. Then runs to the turnbuckle, hits the Vader bomb, the splash out the corner, and Killian Dane pins Bronson Reed and again another kind of a maybe not so much an upset because Bronson Reed's still kind of like the new chipper here, but
yeah.
This is the best showing I've seen from Bronson Reed here in NXT.
I agree. I actually quite enjoyed this match. My problem is I'm not invested into either guy.
Right.
So it's one of those matches where when the graphic came up, we both kind of groaned. It's like, I think both these guys, for big guys, are so agile, and I think in Progress they had the Atlas title, which you have your cruiserweight like championship, your 205 thing. The Atlas was for 305 plus,
wow.
and it was a big lads wrestling championship. Okay. So you'd have your
Dave Mastiff.
You'd have but you'd have your big demos, Killian Dane. You had Walter. You had all these bigger guys,
right? And
I think it's quite a cool division because it's now we have these huge agile guys. Your Keith Lees, your Dominic Dijakovics, your Damian Priests, your Killian Danes. And this match kind of won me over. I really liked the finish because it's like, how am I gonna?
I was shocked. I was mad.
And his speed was actually like hitting these 3 simultaneous sentons.
I always say on this show that I love Bronson Reed. His gear, like, even kind of inspired horror. He loves horror movies and all that stuff. I'm a big fan of everything, the thick boy stuff. But his in-ring, we've always said, like, he's supposed to be Aussie strong style or something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like that. But tonight, I felt like he brought it. Like, he was like, all right.
I think Dane got it out of him as well because Dane can, like, match him for size. So can strike him, like, with hard chops or whatever.
So when Dane hits this Vader bomb, I was actually genuinely upset. I was like, what? Off that?
Yeah.
But I wanted him to win. So they did their good job. They got him over as well.
I was saying to you this while we were watching it. I feel Dane is much better in a tag team or a team. Like Insanity, he'd do those hot tags and he's like Ivar to me. Like, look at this big guy doing all these cool stuff.
Ivar is Hansen?
Yes. But I can't ever see him having a...
Sorry, his name's fucking Ivar.
Yeah. But I can't ever see him having a singles run.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him in a singles run.
WrestleMania 48 main event, Ivar versus Murphy.
Exactly.
Featuring Eric.
Whereas Rowe, I can see in that position. I could see breaking out and having a singles run. And I feel the same for Dane. I think he's more of a great big guy to have in a team.
Put him back with Eric Young.
Yeah, sure. Eric Young's not doing anything.
Don't fire Eric. We have so that match was great. Big Lads Wrestling. Again, we both weren't looking forward to that, and they changed our attitude on it. So good stuff from those guys. There's a Broserweights video package kind of showing their whole story and history of how they're champs. I guess they're having a match next week here in Full Sail. But there's a tag team match with 2 hot tag teams here in NXT, and they're squaring off. It's the Grizzled Young Veterans versus the Forgotten Sons. It's USA versus the UK. Oh, baby. Oh, boy. We're going to war.
This was so weird to me because I don't know if it was you or a piece of feedback that was saying...
It was me.
I find it weird that Forgotten Sons are baby faces in this whole American gimmick. I think it was a bit of feedback, and I was like, oh no, this is a heel gimmick. They're pro-America, but doing it in a heel way.
Right.
Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
This is classic.
Whew.
You say this felt like Raw. It's Forgotten Sons who have been like the joke to many people of NXT.
Yeah.
People just haven't clicked with them. And now, just because they're against people with different passports, they're like, yeah, fuck those guys. Team America,
USA.
baby! USA! This felt so weird and forced. And...
So I'm a Canadian.
yeah.
I can't pick sides in this war. And I'll say I just said the last match, I was like, oh, this is what's happening. This on paper, I was like, yeah, whatever. And then as soon as it took me 3 seconds to clue in what was happening here. And I was like, oh, yeah, all right. I enjoyed 1917. I'm down for some war. I'm down for some...
I enjoyed the match. I was just watching it going...
patriotism?
These guys, like, Jackson Riker is your new savior of America. He's Captain America of NXT, leading his troops into battle with Steve Cutler with his fresh haircut. And Blake.
Yeah, sorry. No more Wesley.
No more Wesley.
Just Blake.
Against these two Scousers.
I don't know if Steve Cutler was actually a Marine, though.
Do you look it up?
Oh yeah, I did. He was, but they told me like
he wasn't there with Sergeant Slaughter, just like
no, he actually
vignettes.
No. So Steve Cutler was actually like in the Marines, but they told us in this match, and he has the flag on his gear. Like they're pro USA in this. But I guess before I can get into the match, we have to talk about Zach Gibson, who comes out to kind of set this whole thing up.
Yeah.
Zach Gibson, who's phenomenal on the microphone, he says, "Forgotten Sons, typical Yanks, typical Yankees." He says, sticking their nose in where it doesn't belong. Classic. Let's make fun of the U.S. Where do we hit him? The heart, Osborne. We strike the heart. He says, you see, you guys here defending the spoiled brats that is the NXT universe. And then we have, of course, the USA chants. And then it cuts to one guy in Full Sail who's got his Converse off in the air. Shoes off for Gibson. Zach Gibson goes on to say, "You redneck, blue-collar, ignorant trash." Holy.
No, he said, "You are red, white, and blue. Redneck, white trash, blue collar."
So funny.
It's fantastic. Zach Gibson's one of the best on the mic.
He's getting the boos here. The crowd is so loud. It's like the loudest they've been the whole night. And out come the Forgotten Sons. USA is here.
How long before their name changes to Sons of America?
Oh my god.
It's gonna happen.
Oh no, Forgotten Sons are better.
But we remember them now because America, bitch.
We are the Forgotten Sons of America. And they're like right wing. We are the Forgotten Sons of America. Oh, that writes itself. Book it. So, if you are like, you've listened to our show, you know that like the Forgotten Sons have been around and we shit on them and they have a good match once in a while and then we shit on them. But the internet gives them way more shit than because we are the
I'm a supporter.
If anyone
of
knows
NXT,
NXT, it's me and you because we literally don't miss an episode.
Yeah.
Because we watch every week and do this show. So like when someone's like, "Oh, I don't watch NXT week to week, but the Forgotten Sons suck." Well, then you can't say they suck like because you don't watch them.
Scorsese.
Yeah. So when we watch them, we're like, yo, they do have some good matches.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted.
These two do.
Yes, that is correct. Yes. So, I'm going to say right now that this one is one of those good matches.
It was a banger.
This was my match of the night. Let's go into it. It's USA versus the UK. Grizzled young veterans, the Forgotten Sons of America, America. They got their flags on their gear. It's fucking, I wasn't ready for this going in. I smoked a bowl, come back in, NXT comes back from commercial, and it's USA versus UK. I'm like, what the fuck?
What? They haven't announced who's singing America the Beautiful this year at WrestleMania.
Okay. What?
These guys.
For the Forgotten Sons?
Yeah. Let's open up WrestleMania with Jackson Riker just giving a beautiful rendition.
Ooh, that sounds, he's got like a raspy, I bet he's got a raspy, like,
I reckon he sounds like Michael Bolton.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow. I've done that.
That's the only reference you have of Michael Bolton.
No,
isn't it? Oh,
false. the Hercules
Hercules is
soundtrack.
on. Okay.
I can go the distance. And Office Space. I know it from that. Yeah. Great. I don't know how we got onto Michael Bolton, but great American treasure, Michael Bolton. Would be honored to stand and with these fine American men here at war on the battlefronts in, was it Winterfield, Florida? Wherever they are here outside of Orlando. Grizzled Young Vets, Forgotten Sons. We're getting off track, but here they go. This match is crazy. The U.S. chants are coming in. They start to beat down on Steve Cutler, tagging in and out. The heels here, the Vets, they tag in and out. They're getting the classic heel heat here on Team USA. James Drake, right?
Yes.
Who's Zach Gibson's partner in the Grizzled Young Vets. He's got his own face on the back of his trunks, but it's like photoshopped, edited, warped, like cartoony. Yeah. It looks like Rob Zombie.
Yeah. Like, okay, I see that.
Literally, it looks like the Rob Zombie album covers. I'm like, oh, okay, you just really like Rob Zombie. Hey, that, and I do too, but it was interesting. There's a spin heel kick from Drake in that gear, but now Blake and Drake are in this match. So Blake and Drake are fighting, but they launch James Drake to the outside now. And then while they're there, there's a commercial break. There's back breakers. They come back and there's neck breakers to Zach Gibson. Cutler just hits this huge clothesline to James Drake, just like literally flipping him inside out. Cutler now is on this like tear with his hot tag from that clothesline, hits the butterfly suplex into the backbreaker, or welcome to Chicago, MFR. Then this like Boston Crab, just going in like insane here with his hot tag, looking great, like the best he's ever looked, really. And they're like, this is when they're like, this guy is representing America. He was a Marine. I'm like, whoa, I'm not usually for this, but I was like, yeah, all right. He shaved his head, by the way.
He looks so much better now.
He should shave the facial, or at least just grow an actual beard. Don't do the shaving.
The half. Well, you can't do it overnight.
Sure.
He's only just cut his hair.
Fair. One step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it. So there's this Boston Crab. There's then a clothesline that sends Zach Gibson out of the ring. There's the buckle bomb from Cutler. Then this like fisherman buster sit out driver thing from Cutler. But James Drake kicks out, and I was like, I thought that was the finish. But then here comes Riker, interference, but then a tope from Drake that knocks him out. They take him out by throwing Jackson Riker into the steel steps, but then, of course, that kind of gets a distraction, which allows the Forgotten Sons to simultaneously, in stereo here, doing like both jumping off the aprons onto both guys, like flipping topes sort of thing, conhilo, whatever you want to call it. Gibson back in the ring blocks like this like double team, the reverse DDT stomp that the Forgotten Sons use as their finish. They block that, and then there's like a chop where Blake just grabs James Drake and then chops him, and Wesley Blake it's a slap.
This would make Walter proud. Like this was crazy loud. This looked nasty.
And then hits this drop kick, and then in comes Zach Gibson with Blake, and there's like a spot where Blake is gonna try to moonsault both guys of the Grizzled Young Vets, but James Drake like scouts it and pushes Gibson out of the way, and then they both make Blake miss the moonsault. They pick him up and hit the Ticket to Mayhem, which is like the lifting up wheelbarrow assisted double team into the like code breaker, essentially.
Yeah.
The Ticket to Ride, Ticket to Mayhem, and the Grizzled Young Veterans representing the Union Jack, is that right? Sort of? Yeah. Representing the real red, white, and blue, the Union Jack, Team USA, the Forgotten Sons lose, but maybe live to fight another day.
This was fantastic. I really enjoyed this.
Wasn't
match.
Expecting this.
I'm still like just weirded out by this
Me
new
too.
Forgotten Sons gimmick. Like Grizzled Young Vets are fantastic as well, and I really hope Blake and Cutler start turning heads a bit more, because they're very, very good in the ring.
Yep.
It's just this gimmick hasn't clicked with people. The commentary, Nigel and Beth had some zingers here. So Nigel goes, "What a surprise, the Americans took offense by something someone has said from another country," which I loved.
Nice.
And then Beth Phoenix is like, "Well, Nigel, you can't talk. Your country's responsible for Mr. Blobby."
What's Mr. Blobby?
I'm going to show you right now. Mr. Blobby.
What's Mr. Blobby?
So we had a show called, like, in the early 90s,
it looks
Noel's
weird.
House Party. And it was hosted by a guy called Noel Edmonds, who younger viewers from the UK might know from Deal or No Deal.
Oh.
This is Mr. Blobby. I'm just playing
You're
it
making it
for a sec.
You
for
had
you
it
right
set.
now.
You were ready. Okay, it looks like Daft Punk.
He won Christmas #1, 1993.
What does that mean?
Like,
You
so
mean you win Christmas?
no, the #1 record it's like, if you hold Christmas.
Oh my God, what's happening? Stop this madness. What's happening? What?
And this is Mr. Blobby.
Oh my God, it looks like a chicken nugget.
But Beth is pulling out a 1993 reference in 2020.
That's British?
That's British. Oh, very British. That's
So
no.
how would she know it?
I don't know.
Is that Noel Fielding?
No, like way older. But
This is like Barney.
it's
but
very
UK.
unsettling. No, but this guy's like he's like naughty. He like fucks things up.
Oh.
He's a bad
I don't like
man,
him.
that Mr. Blobby.
So why did she call? She called him that because he sucks. He's.
Yeah, because no one likes Mr.
Oh
Blobby.
right, okay, yeah.
But he just stuck around forever.
Is it like Barney? Is it like
No,
Curious George?
Barney. No, it's not a kids thing. It was like on it was Saturday night TV.
Oh.
And he'd come out, and Noel Edmonds would have a celebrity, and then Mr. Blobby would come and do some Me Too shit. It would.
Oh.
Like it was weird.
Okay.
Like, so, not quite Me Too shit, but
Yeah.
he'd get like aggressive.
That's fucked.
He'd get aggressive. So yeah, the fact Beth Phoenix is bringing up Mr. Blobby on WWE TV in 2020 is really odd. And Nigel's like, shut the fuck up, Beth. Pretty much.
Wow.
So yeah, commentary was a lot of fun.
I learned so much doing this show.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Blobby?
You're going to get so many messages from Brits.
Mr.
Like-
Blobby.
Mr. Blobby sucks, but he's lit.
He's no Mr. Dress Up. You don't know who that is.
No, I don't.
Now the Canadians are coming out. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
UK
okay.
versus Canada. Gotta get my
Our awful people in ridiculous pink costume things. It's his eyes. He's like Gritty. He's okay, Gritty.
Yeah, don't you dare say
No.
his name.
So
in vain.
Gritty's personality and all
Right.
that is kind of Mr. Blobby.
Now I know I'm Canadian, but I'm a bad Canadian because I only watch hockey games when I get free tickets to Leafs games.
Yeah.
But that guy, the goalie,
The Zamboni driver?
from Whitby. Holy.
That's crazy.
Oh boy, like that's just what a story.
Yeah.
That story is incredible. We went way off track from the grizzled young vets versus because we
didn't. It was on topic.
This was my match of the night, to be honest.
This was
tag,
good.
This tag match was awesome. The Forgotten Sons, for some reason, just delivered here. They can go. They know how to do it.
Yeah.
If this is the storyline that they're going with, or the angle, the character, whatever you want to call it, go for it. If it's gonna work, throw shit at the wall. If it sticks, go for it.
I definitely see grizzled young vets moving towards the title picture, though.
Again, so
I think it's going to be a multi-team tag
Undisputed
match.
Era, Broserweights, grizzled
And
young
these
vets.
two, yeah,
Sure.
and maybe Team America. Who knows?
Team America. Fuck yeah. The Forgotten Sons of America. Love it. I want their shirt. Should I just like go all out? Just get the flag, put it up in our house.
You know I'm going if they've got anything.
You're gonna get a Forgotten Sons t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for me. Don't buy it for me. I'm not gonna wear it. I might wear it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Those WWE shirts are thick.
They are. Yeah.
But honestly, great match from these two tag teams. Didn't expect it, and they delivered. Kind of didn't know I was going to war with U.S. and the U.K., but it was awesome for something I didn't expect, to be honest. So I don't know, check it out. But we go to Tegan Knox, who's backstage now. Kathy Kelly, leave the memories alone. She's gone from NXT, and we have these two new interviewers. I didn't get their actual names.
It was Bangs and someone else, I think.
Bangs
Yeah.
and Blush.
Bangs and Blush.
Tegan Knox says, look, I had Dakota Kai where I wanted her. I had her in a street fight at TakeOver. I had everything scouted, but I wasn't expecting Gonzalez. Raquel Gonzalez. And I'm still feeling the effects of that table. But next week, Gonzalez is not a factor. She can watch me from the outside as I take out my aggression, all this aggression, out on Dakota Kai. You see, Dakota, it started in a cage. And next week, it ends in a cage.
Oh.
Bam, bam. Yeah.
Yeah, nice little promo
Yeah, I
here
liked
from
it.
Tegan.
Yeah, I like the fact that she's right. It did start in that cage. The classic shot there of Dakota running out and going, psych, you thought, and then turns around and...
Yeah.
And then now they're going to fight in a bigger cage. So, cages on cages on cages.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I enjoyed this. And I think it kind of... The feud kind of needs it.
Yeah.
It can end it. It ends here.
You think it will be the end?
Maybe.
Because,
possibly.
I mean, I think a certain Raquel Gonzalez
Sure.
might be able to get into that
Are
cage.
you telling me that someone's going to
I don't
interfere
know.
in a cage
I
match?
don't know.
I don't think that happens
Since
in
last
wrestling.
week, I've watched a few cage matches, and I know I don't think they're as impenetrable as I once thought.
Yeah, we did do our AEW review every Thursday.
Yeah.
And we talked about the cage match with Cody and his broken toe.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
Those extra 5 feet.
That's a big cage.
Yeah.
They can't fit that in Full Sail. Damn. So that cage match is next week. We see Charlotte. She's getting ready for her matchup here tonight. But then we also see our camera crew, our interviewer, this guy interviewer, like running after Damian Priest. He's outside with 2 girls, one on his arm. Brandy Lauren from Evolve is one of them I recognized. They say, what was the deal with you attacking Dominic Dijakovic? And he's like, look, it's nothing personal. He was in my way, and I want what I want. And now Keith Lee knows what I want. And he pushes the camera aside, and he's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to go do drugs and drink blood and go rave with these 2 girls.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He's a vampire.
Yeah.
He's a fucking vampire. One of us. Me and Damian Priest have lots of things in common.
We'll see, because, like...
We wear black.
He might be one of the NXT guys in... If he's not in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which will definitely be in daylight in Tampa.
No.
Oh, wait, no, it's...
Wait, Well, wait a second. If we're getting real technical here, a vampire can't be out in daylight, right?
No.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
However, WrestleMania is held in a venue. Therefore, you have to invite him in. And if you're having him as a talent, you're technically inviting him in because you're paying him to be there.
Oh,
Therefore, a vampire can enter if you're invited. Therefore, negating possibly the daylight.
No. Daylight will still fuck you up, though. Yeah,
It's tough.
We'll see. That's the test. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
He's not in it. He's a vampire.
Okay,
He's
no.
not in it.
Yeah, well, that will be the test.
He'll show up. They'll be like, yeah, you're ready for this
Although,
thing.
even Angel had that one day of daylight.
What happened?
I don't know, some, like magic woman gave him a day.
There's so much of the magic women in that show. Watching that Buffy show.
I mean, it's what the show's about.
There's a
It's
lot
about
of-
magic women.
Magic hot women.
Yeah.
We're getting off track again. Damian Priest still in that title picture for North American title. So,
Which I like. You've got a few, and now you've got Cameron Grimes kind of in the mix as well. So
yeah,
I like that.
it could be a 4-way down the line or something like that. I mean, it looks like Damian Priest is on his way for a 3-way, but
ho.
So we have our main event of the evening. It's the fresh princess, if you will, of NXT, Bianca Belair, versus the queen of the WWE, if you dare, Charlotte Flair. It was just Ric Flair's birthday the other day.
Yeah.
He came out at a basketball game, cut a promo.
I saw LeBron was stood behind him like, what's going on? Who is this guy? Have you seen it? LeBron's just not into it.
I love Drake at the Toronto Raptors with both belts.
Drake
both
2 belts?
titles.
Yeah.
Both titles. Yeah. I love that. I love that shit. I have the WWE spinner belt.
Yeah.
Signed by a few people. I think it's signed by some weird Ziggler and Jericho or something. They didn't even hold that title, I don't think. But I have the John Cena.
It's signed by Honky Tonk Man and Greg the Hammer Valentine.
And I want to sell it. And I want to get the new, the WWE Universal title.
Right.
That one, that Drake and the Lesnar one right now.
Yeah.
I want that one. What do you think of that? Should I do
You want
this?
the Universal title?
Okay, so I want to trade my spinner. What should I trade it for? But nothing's as gangster as the spinner. The girls love the spin.
I get the big gold belt. So many people have held it. If you were wanting to collect autographs, so many people have held that who you could get to sign.
My friend Shane's got it signed by Flair.
Yeah.
I want to steal it from him. Big gold. You think I should sell that, flip it for a big gold? It's tough.
At upNXT podcast, what should Braden do?
Who wants to buy my spinner title belt? Literally. Yeah. Charlotte versus Bianca Belair on the 88th birthday that would have been of Johnny Cash in this ring of fire, says Mauro Ranallo. He's just on with his music references tonight. He's on fire. A ring of fire. There's a huge "You don't go here" chant to Charlotte from the Full Sail crowd. They do a test of strength between Bianca and Charlotte here. They're going back and forth. They're going technical for technical, move for move. Charlotte does a kick up. Bianca does a kick up. They're doing it. They're showing each other, whatever you can do, I can do better type thing. There's backflips on backflips from Bianca. She then hits this like football tackles type shoulder block in the corner. She does it awesome. She looks like it's like literally like a football tackle in the XFL. Looks great. Hitting these on Charlotte in the corner. There's then a boot to the face from Charlotte, her classic just giant long legs, and then a hanging neck breaker during the commercial break. They come back. There's a dragon sleeper. Belair gets out of it and hits this like lion salt, only a 2 count. Then hits some sort of like another back breaker. She goes for a moonsault. It's blocked, and there's like this counter into a counter where Charlotte goes for the moonsault. Bianca counters that with boots up.
Yeah.
But Charlotte scouts the boots and counters the counter and puts her in this like high angle Boston crab.
Yeah, this
like
is
the,
fantastic.
Like
this
stronghold.
sequence.
Like looked awesome. And like she's just bending. Bianca is like what was a gymnast and all sorts of stuff before WWE.
Oh, like an athlete in so many things. Yeah.
Her body can totally like take this because her body is bending backwards.
Yeah.
Looks awesome. This shot is great. She's just bending her in this like Boston crab, this walls of Jericho, if you will, high angle Boston crab, great looking spot. But then she's not getting the tap, so she then puts her in the Brock lock, the stretch muffler, if you will, bending on the legs there again. Charlotte's had enough, lifts up Bianca, power bombs her, only a 2 count. Bianca hits a spear. Charlotte hits a spear. Charlotte hits the natural selection, and Charlotte pins Bianca Belair.
I like this for a lot of different reasons. Firstly, these two seem like proper athletes. Do you know what I mean? Take wrestling out of it. You look at them, they look like athletes. Bianca Belair especially.
Oh, yeah.
And so to see them up against each other, I thought they had really good chemistry. I loved the scouting of each other's moves. I loved, like, Bianca would hit a spear, Charlotte roll through, hit a spear of her own. Their movesets are quite similar as well. They're similar size. But I also like that it didn't go too long. Like, Charlotte kind of got a sort of, not a lucky win, but she surprised her with the natural selection.
She's like, I got to get out of this.
So it left me wanting more.
Of
like,
course.
I think down the line, we could see a really good 20-minute match between these two.
This will be a main event somewhere
Yes.
down the line. But I kind of want her to be inserted in this triple threat.
Me too, but thinking about it, I think Triple H saying on that post NXT show call thing, that Rhea Ripley is a Vince, like Rhea Ripley Charlotte Flair is a Vince thing. I feel NXT fans are kind of feeling that, and that's going to give a good slow babyface build for Bianca Belair. It's not going to happen overnight, but you and I, we're NXT fans. We're not necessarily WWE fans. We want to see Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
You've got that ladder match. She can win that, and you can transition Rhea into more of a heel, which from her work from the Mae Young Classic, I think she's better suited to. I think people are going to feel that kind of, oh, you're Vince's project, you're Vince's girl. So I think in the long run, it could be very good for Bianca Belair. And I think she could be the one that ends up taking it from Rhea and actually having a pretty nice run with it.
Yeah, I really like Bianca Belair. And she's proven that she's actually a star. Like, she was put to the side one too many times and has now come back with this like little resurgence. Obviously, the EO injury, there was supposed to be a push there for her.
Halted it,
So that down the line is something there. Obviously, they were kind of going towards an Io Shirai face turn.
Yeah.
But I like this match a lot. I'm a fan of Charlotte. I'm a big fan of
Me
Charlotte,
too, yeah.
to be honest. I'm a big fan of her. This wasn't like you said. This was like to make me want to see this down the line, because this will be like a Mania down the line. This will be a main event of something. Like, these two will fight again, definitely, and people will want to see it, and it's going to be amazing. This was a lot of fun, but it was like a quick little teaser, taster, and it got the job done. She beat Bianca. She did the job there, so. It was fun, and it was cool. I bet like they got probably a little spike advertising Charlotte here on a Wednesday night here.
Maybe
on
a little. I still think AEW are advertising a stronger show this week, and especially from the last few weeks going up. But yeah, I just think Bianca could be someone organically that don't force it too much. Let it grow, because I think she could be a megastar.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But pretty good episode this week. Still not got that like hot thing that's making me want to tune in next week.
Not 2 cage matches?
No. But think that like we used to say, hey, NXT isn't just a good wrestling show, it's a good TV show.
Yeah,
it's
a storyline.
I want to know what's happening next. And I saw some great wrestling this week, but I don't care what's happening next week.
I need some story.
I'm more invested in AEW at the moment.
Me too.
Which I'm surprised to say, because I think it wasn't the case a couple of months ago.
Well, you can hear us do AEW every Thursday, as well as this Saturday, our Revolution watch along and post show. Yeah, so hang out with us for that as well. But I agree with you. This week here on NXT, it had some matches. It was way better than last week, so I was really happy.
Yes,
This one flew by, which means I enjoyed it.
It was so quick this week.
Really, my match of the night was that tag team match. Really enjoyed it. Don't know why, but loved it. I'm excited to see the Dakota Kai cage match more than I am the Dream Roddy match, but I have high hopes. I have high hopes for that show.
Before we go to feedback, you mentioned some watch-alongs, so we've got a few coming up. As you said, we do our AEW review on our Patreon every Thursday, patreon.com/upNXT. But we're doing 2 watch-alongs this week. We've got Super Showdown, which is tomorrow, and we'll be live on YouTube to do a watch-along. It's midday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So join us, youtube.com/upNXT. You can watch show with us. And I don't want to go too into it because we've gone long, but just quickly fire, who do you think is going to win each match? Let's start off with the important stuff, the OC versus the Viking Raiders.
Viking Raiders with Eric.
Okay, I'm going to go with the OC because I think they're billed as the greatest tag team on earth or something at the moment.
Sure.
There's a cage match, apparently.
Oh, God.
Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin.
Roman Reigns.
So we're getting 3 cage matches in the space of a week.
I thought that was on SmackDown.
Humberto Carrillo versus Angel Garza. They had a fantastic match on Raw.
I actually watched that match, and Angel Garza, leave the memories alone. Left us.
Yes.
He left us. We made him a star in how many weeks? Fucking 2 months. We made him a star, and he pieces out. Leave the memories alone. Pour a little out.
I'm going to go with Angel Garza as well. I think they could have a really fun match again. SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley versus Naomi.
Because I love it. Feel the glow. I was kind of waiting for Naomi to have more of a WrestleMania moment winning the title.
Yeah, I think maybe we might get a screwy thing, and that could be still the WrestleMania plan. A gauntlet match for the 2-8 trophy. You know that trophy?
Sure.
AJ Styles versus Andrade versus Bobby Lashley versus Eric Rowan versus Rusev, or might be Rey Mysterio if rumors are correct, versus R-Truth.
Wow. Rey Mysterio.
I'm going to go AJ with Undertaker coming out and challenge him after. That's why I think OC should win as well. We have SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, The New Day versus The Miz and John Morrison.
The New Day?
New Day. Sure, I go for a retaining. Raw Tag Team Championship match, Rollins and Murphy versus The Street Profits.
It would be cool, but not The Street Profits just yet.
Yeah, I think it's Rollins and Murphy. Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship against Ricochet. Okay.
Wouldn't it be a swerve? People would go crazy. People would be like, well, now I got to go to these Saudi shows. Saudi vacation.
I'm going to go Brock. And I think this is the one that has the most interest because it really affects WrestleMania plans.
Yeah.
I think we all know who the challenger is going to be at Mania. Will it be Bray Wyatt or will it be Goldberg?
Goldberg versus Fiend. I think Goldberg should win and be Goldberg versus Roman at WrestleMania.
That's what I want as well.
the Fiend is. I'm done with it.
Yeah, me too. I Goldberg versus Reigns has more interest for me.
Got bigger name on paper, bigger draw, bigger
and
everything.
You can have Fiend
10-minute
Cena
banger of a match
and get his redemption.
Oh
from
yeah,
WrestleMania
there you
30.
go. Sure, yeah.
So yeah, join us tomorrow, 12 Eastern, for our watch along.
But let's go into some feedback of this week's show. Every Wednesday night on after NXT, we post on the Post Wrestling Forum, forum.postwrestling.com. And I'm going to start here with Eva from London. First of all, Baszler Lynch brawl in Winnipeg was better than tonight's Ciampa versus Gargano one. Yeah, I actually agree.
I agree.
Second, with rough couple of months I've had in real life, I figured out I'd try something new for a laugh. Instead of asking you guys questions about the show, I'd ask some random ones related to NXT. Number one, what is the most annoying commercial you've seen since NXT switching to the USA Network? Anything with The Miz and Maurice. Holy shit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the one with the Lizzo song.
Any of the ones with the Lizzo song.
I'm going to say there's that one, like,
the
I don't smoke,
vape.
I don't vape, but there's this nerd who comes round
Wow.
and is like, hi, I do magic. You smoke vapes? Look, I'm going to turn your vape into cigarettes. It's the same thing. And then it's like, fuck off,
I
mate.
will say,
Just
I work in
leave us
TV.
alone.
My job is literally today, I watched maybe 37 commercials. Like, my job was to watch them quality control and captions and all this stuff. Like, that was my job. So I watch a lot of good commercials, but I also watch a lot of bad commercials.
Okay.
So like I know how it works.
Yeah.
And it's my world there. But I also that Post Malone one. Why is he so lit eating Doritos? Doritos shouldn't get you that lit.
Doritos are nice.
Yeah,
But you have Doritos after you're
he's
lit.
Post Limon.
Yeah.
Post Limon. They continue on to say, who is your favorite NXT women's wrestler that doesn't get you high? Because of Io Shirai. Dakota Kai.
I mean, they all get me high, but Bianca Belair right now, I'm all for. I'm very high on Bianca.
And last here, other than remaining 3 Star Wars movies, any other movie reviews that you plan to do that go up on this free feed? Keep up the good work, BDE.
Not entirely sure yet. We've almost finished the Star Wars films, but we will be throwing an extra show once a month, I think, for free.
On this feed, on this feed you can find all. We just did Return of the Jedi last week.
Yeah.
All the Star Wars reviews are up on this feed if you go back in time. But for we've been doing Bond ones. We've been doing so many movie reviews. We just did Jason X as well for Up Yours on our Patreon. So go to Patreon and check all the stuff we do there.
We will have something filling that slot, basically.
Yeah,
but what it is, we're not quite sure. Watch this space.
Go for it. You're next.
We go to Mystery. Hiya. Just a couple of things tonight. I never want to see the Forgotten Sons again.
Oh, boo.
Who do you see being the number one contenders women's ladder match at Tampa? Assuming it's multi-women, of course. I think it will probably be Io winning and probably taking the title soon after. Rhea is rapidly losing steam and looked like a dick after tonight. Oh, yeah.
Because she comes out... Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't talk about
you
the
didn't
ending.
talk about that? Yeah.
Rhea Ripley... So Charlotte gets a chair, stomps on the leg of Bianca, but still, like, the music doesn't stop her from doing it. Which is realistic. Like, yeah, you should still do it. But then there's like a stare down where Rhea doesn't go for the save, but just does her pose.
She does this all the time. It's like a hot run out, and she's like, "Oh, I've got to do my stomp on the swell of my music." Yeah, Rhea's really losing steam. Why am I not shocked Charlotte won clean? The match itself was okay, but nothing I would go back and see. Charlotte is just not good at all, and she never makes anyone but Becky look good. That ending was an absolute mess. Bianca is probably getting called up after Mania, though.
Oh.
Question of the week. Did you guys see the project that Io is a part of?
What?
It's supposed to be an positivity project ran by Carmella. Carmella had some videos up in her Instagram stories talking about it. All of the women photographed are not wearing makeup, and there will be a roundtable discussion with Io, Carmella, Rhea, Bianca, Charlotte, Ruby, Candice, and Liv on why women shouldn't put themselves down no matter how they looked.
Wow, I was not aware.
I'm not aware of that.
I am aware of Carmella doing that on her Instagram.
That's cool.
That kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I am a guy and I don't wear makeup, but I feel like, sometimes people do wear too much. I don't know. It's how anyone wants to look, really. Who am I to say what anyone wants to wear? But it's cool if you're doing like this positivity stuff.
For sure, yeah.
Especially. Wrestling has gotten over the years. I feel a lot more women who watch it, and if women are watching, and these are the kind of poster people for, like, you know, I watch John Cena and he's telling me not to be a bully. Well, then I'm not going to be a bully. So if someone tells, you know, it's good. It's
I think
good.
they're not saying don't wear makeup, but it's be like
be yourself.
Like,
No
don't
matter,
let
who
others
cares?
put you down and care about how you look. Be like proud.
But I find it interesting that it's actually cool that it's EO because it's not just the main roster people. They're bringing in other people from other things. So, yeah, cool. Positivity. Power of positivity, people. Chris from Pennsylvania. Tonight worked out great as I was able to watch Omega Pac live, then switched over at NXT recording and get caught up. Hey, none of that.
No spoilers.
Bianca Charlotte was good, but is expecting more out of it, especially how much this was promoted. I hope they move Bianca to Raw right after Mania. She'll be immediately one of the best on the roster. I had to laugh at Ripley pausing to do her giant stomp on the ramp before coming down. Austin Theory could get a main event push tomorrow and be completely ready. He and Dream could be the faces of this company for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Question, with Balor seemingly headed to a match with Walter, at this point it has to be Dream versus Cole, right? At Tampa. I guess Ciampa Gargano will main event the show anyways, but it seems odd we're only 5 weeks out and the title match has not been set up.
I feel we've only just come off of the last takeover,
Yeah.
though. I feel next week you've got Dream and Roddy probably main eventing and setting up whatever that angle is.
Cole. He could beat
Cole.
up all of Era
Exactly.
and be like,
Exactly.
got your title.
Paul from New Jersey.
Hello, Paul.
Forgotten Sons versus Grizzled Young Vets is the definition of who gives a crap. If they're asking me to feel any American patriotism, they can take a long walk off a short pier.
Oh.
Somebody needs to tell Tegan that Raquel has the ability to climb.
No.
When Mia Yim got a booking sheet, do you think it said, "Be stupid" on it? Save that shit for Raw. Bit of a weak show. Time for your Kona Reeves facts you're getting because I have little to say about this show. Kona is dating American wrestler Carissa Rivera. Neat.
Of course I knew that. I'm one of Conor Reeves' biggest fans. Obviously, I follow his Instagram. Yeah, I mean, Paul, you're so negative towards the show this week. I'm not even American, and I felt the patriotism. We go to Charbel, the chosen one. Our last bit of feedback here of the night. He says, life is shit, but thanks, guys, to be doing what you do every Wednesday. Oh,
sorry,
Charbel.
Sorry to hear that, dude.
Life's a garden, man. Dig it. He says, TakeOver Tampa will be awesome. Balor versus Walter. Take my money, my debit card, my Visa, my house, and my wife, for God's sake. One last thing. Last time you didn't read my catchphrase about Knox, so here it goes. I have a new one, and this one is for the Brady. Candace gets my lit. All right.
You can read that on the Post Wrestling Forum. Just before we peace out, there has been a little bit of NXT news.
Yeah.
We mentioned March 11th is the date that Full Sail is booked.
Mm-hmm.
It's been announced that NXT is going to take place from the PC, from the Performance Center. So they're not going to a different, like a touring venue like we thought maybe they would. But they're going to do a show from the PC.
Yeah, that'll be a really cool, actually, to kind of get a little bit of a switch up. Maybe they'll fill it with wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like they did for the halftime heat. That's where the halftime heat was at.
It was, yeah.
So that's interesting. So thank you for all the feedback. Thank you for listening. Again, we have so many things. Like we kind of promoted all the Patreon stuff, but we're doing best match ever of Edge. We did a best match ever of Bret Hart. We're doing. We just did Jason X, which is an incredible film.
Oh, Oscar. It deserved to win an Oscar.
Yeah, we did Parasite review. We're doing so many more this upcoming with WrestleMania month. Like you said, we got the Was Next. We got so many different shows coming out. We got so many different things, and we love doing it. So thank you.
If you want to jump on board for the first time, sign up March 1st, and even if you want to try us for a month, you get every show we've ever done, so you can get your month's fill for just $5.
So it helps us out a lot and lets us do what we love to do. So thank you, new listeners. Thank you, old listeners. You can follow the show again. Subscribe, rate wherever you listen to your podcast, iTunes. Give us a good review, all that stuff. Help us out any way you can because we love it. And we love our people who listen, and we love our patrons. And that's why sometimes we got to shout out some of our patrons, like Kevin Anderson.
Yes, like Edmund Trujillo.
Thank you, Matthew Blackmore.
Thank you, Brian Coleman.
Hey, Robert Brocky? Robert Brocky. Not broccoli. Robert Brocky. Thank you.
You know what? Chris Price, thank you very much.
Hey, Chris Price. He's always writing in the feedback on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tyler Hall. Hopefully no relation to Scott Hall or Cody Hall.
And Jerry, and you know what, Tyler? Even if you are a relative of them, thank you
Yeah,
still
thank
anyway.
you.
Jerry Kilgore, thank you so much for your support.
And I hope I'm reading this correctly. Whammy88.
Frammy88.
Whammy.
Thank you. And finally, Kevin Anderson. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. It's our patrons that allow us to keep this show free every week. We do put a lot of time and effort into all of our shows, and it's people like them that allow us to keep doing this for free every week. So thank you so much.
So we've been doing What's Next on the Patreon because we started in 2012 when NXT really started as what it is known as kind of now. Dusty Rhodes is the GM. We got William Regal on commentary with JR. Times are wild in 2012.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're looking at right now when we're recording this in 2012, in February 2012, 10 years ago, NXT was made. This is the 10th anniversary of NXT.
Wow.
So we can't end the show without even mentioning that. So with 10 years of NXT, quickly, what are your top NXT moments or matches or memories? 10 years, because I'm going to start by saying it's Titus O'Neil doing that run around the ring with the barrels or something.
I thought you were going to say, you're touching my bum. He's touching my bum.
Bo Dallas, he's touching my bum. Definitely up there.
I mean, the post, like, not post credits, but post logo original Champa turn.
Whoa.
That very first network special, was it
Arrival?
Yeah, the ladder match with Bo Dallas and Adrian Neville started to feel like a big deal on the network.
Becky versus Sasha from Brooklyn. We had
Izzy crying when Bailey.
Yeah.
You meant Bailey versus Sasha.
Sorry, Bailey versus Sasha.
Sasha like stamping on the wrist of Bailey and Izzy just crying front row.
So many great things that has happened here in NXT. So 10 years. But again, we are going through that show. We go through live every week on this show, but we've been doing What's Next from 2012, and shit's wild then, too.
I'm legit going to say the Ricky Steamboat and Cassius Ohno confrontation, I needed to see that match. I can't believe that didn't, or does it? Who knows? We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
But that was a great moment from early days NXT.
So there's so many great moments in NXT. So 10 years, I know it's 10 years, but because they did do that like weird game show thing for years, it counts.
I mean, the name NXT has been going for 10 years. But shall we clink to NXT?
10 years to
Happy
NXT.
10 years.
And maybe there'll be 10 years of up next to come, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you for listening. Thank you for everything you guys do. I don't know. It hasn't been 10 years of this, but fuck it. We'll just pretend celebrate like it has anyways.
Yeah.
So we're going to get out of here. I myself, Braden Herrington. You can find me on Twitter and I'm on Instagram. I am at the Bray D.
And I am at Davie Portman.
And again, at upNXT Podcast, you can find all updates, all the tweets, all the stuff about all our shows. Even if you don't have Twitter, that's where you can find info and all the stuff. And again, patreon.com, all that stuff, /upNXT. So we're going to get it here. So take care. Goodbye. And I wasn't ready.
As in you don't have, or are you?
I don't have one. I wasn't ready. I don't have one.
America! Ahoy!
Oh.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, NXT, the Genesis of McGillicuddy. Thank you, the YouTube room. Thank you, Hot Mike. Everyone who decided to join in today.
Yeah.
We hope some of you are around tomorrow. If any of you are wanting to, or maybe you know what, not wanting to watch the Saudi Arabia show. You don't want to give your money,
sure,
and maybe just want to watch it through our eyes. We're there for you. We'll do it for you.
Or you need someone to hang out with. We're going to be watching it. So.
Exactly. So we'll be doing that watch along tomorrow. Thank you again, as always. Thank you all our regulars for being in the room. Darkstar, Eric Marcotte,
yes,
John Cena.
We love you.
All of you guys. It's so awesome that you decide to hang out with us every week. But we are going to go and edit this bad boy now.
Yes, we are. So thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you when we talk to you. So thank you so much, guys.
Peace.